people all morning. The Fox 61 Morning News starts now.
And breaking news right now at 6 o'clock, a small plane crashed in Westchester County, New York, just past the Connecticut border, and we're learning it was a deadly crash.
And a man dies after a shooting at a home in Waterbury, and now authorities are looking for the person responsible.
Also, how two officers' quick thinking and decisive action helped to save a life. A great story coming your way a little later on.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Good morning. Happy Friday. Thanks for being with us here at Fox 61 America Areas.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Good morning. Happy Friday. Granted, it is cold. It is soggy out there. We try not to editorialize. Some people like snow. Some people like sun. I'm not sure how many people like a cold, sleety rain, though.
But we haven't been, feeling these colder temperatures for a while. Might be a little bit of a shock to the system for some folks. We're checking in with Rachel Piscatelli to get more details. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, numbers are certainly chilly out there. They are starting off much warmer than we should be for this time of year. We should be in the teens and the 20s. Most of the state is well above freezing this morning. So in addition to that, we do have some light flurries in portions of the state and even some light areas of light drizzle. Most of that precipitation is pretty manageable. Zooming out to the bigger picture, this storm system continues to pull away, but it will bring occasional rain and snow showers to the area today. So noticing that numbers are starting off in the 30s and 40s, about 40 degrees in New Haven. It's 36 right now in Chester. Good morning to you. 34 in Torrington. So over in northwestern Connecticut and the highest elevations, this would be the concern for any mix. So some slick spots out on the roads, but otherwise right now things are looking like they're okay at 34 in Warren, 34 in Litchfield. Take a look at the Massachusetts border where that color of blue looks like there could be maybe some isolated 32s out there. Otherwise throughout the day, occasional rain and snow showers are expected. It's chilly into the upper 30s to right around that 40-degree mark. The winds start to pick up too as that storm system begins to pull away 10 to 20 miles per hour. Over the course of the weekend, first half remains dry. Second half, we turn unsettled. We'll detail that out for you coming up in just a bit. It's 6:02 right now. Lauren, good morning.
Good morning to you, Rach. Good morning, everyone. The time is 6:02 here on your Friday. Happy Friday. We have made it to the end of the work week. Hopefully everyone is having a good day. We do have one closure that I do want to bring everyone's attention to. That is over on Route 83 in Summers. It is closed in both directions because of a car versus a pole crash that happened several hours ago. So let's bring it out and talk about alternate routes because a lot of people travel this way from I-84. They take Route 83. So if you're going to be going from I-84, your best bet is either to go east or west on Route 140. And then if you're going west, you're going to go up Route 191 over to Route 190. And if you're going east, you're going to go up Route 30 over to 190 at that point. So just be mindful of that if you are in that area because we don't know when it's going to be back open. In the Hartford area, things are looking good. Waterbury, I-84 moving smooth all the way down to New Haven and into Fairfield County is looking good as we take a live look out in Fairfield. We're seeing those delays really start to build that heavier volume out on the road for your Friday morning commute. We'll check back in on the roads coming up at 6:30. Tim and Erica, good morning to you.
Good morning to you. It is 6:03. Let's get you that update on breaking news in Westchester County, New York. Two people reportedly died in a single-engine plane crash just over the Connecticut border. That's according to News 12 Westchester, who reported that the pilot and the lone passenger were the victims. The FAA said the flight left JFK Airport and was headed to a small regional airport just outside Cleveland when the pilot reported engine trouble. Air traffic control lost contact with the flight around 5:30 last night. Again, those are reports. Right now at 6:03, we're still working to confirm more details. So stay with Fox 61 on air and online. And remember, you can download the Fox 61 News app by scanning this QR code with your smartphone. It'll give you the latest breaking news.
Well, this morning, a search is underway for a suspect who shot and killed a man in Waterbury. It happened at a home near Robin Street and Watertown Avenue.
Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live at the Waterbury Police Department with what police know so far. Brooke.
Well, this is Waterbury's first homicide of the year, and it's coming after Waterbury police announced just last month that they're starting an initiative to crack down on the violent crime within the city, and that's in response to the 15 homicides that they had in 2022. Now, Waterbury police tell us just after 7 o'clock last night, they were called to a multi-family home on Robin Street. They were called by a person who said there was a gunshot victim there at the location. When they arrived, they found one man who had been shot. He was pronounced dead on the scene shortly after first responders arrived. It's unclear whether or not the man lived inside that home. Police have not released any sort of suspect information at this time, but they did say that that person ran away from the scene. They are currently looking for them. Waterbury police announced in December they want to be proactive when it comes to preventing violent crime. Last month, they called on lawmakers to speak up in this legislative session about bond reform. They say with stricter reform, fewer violent criminals would be released from jail and free to commit more crimes. Now, Waterbury police are asking if anybody has any sort of information on that homicide that happened last night, maybe on where that suspect may be or who they are. They want you to go ahead and give them a call. They say that you can call them at 203-574-6941. Live in Waterbury, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61 News.
All right, Brooke, thank you for that report. We do appreciate it.
Well, new for you this morning coming out of New Haven. Quick thinking, compassion, and action all coming together to save a life here.
Yeah, we are talking about two police officers who stepped up to help a man who was apparently about to jump off of the Ferry Street Bridge. But Officers Whityak and T. Evans were able to convince that man not to do it. Here are just some pictures of one of them talking to that man. And then eventually we've got another picture of him hugging the man at the end. New Haven police said Officer Whityak used the skills he had learned in crisis intervention to help that man in his lowest moments. So, first of all, we cannot thank those officers enough. Also, we cannot mention this enough. If you are struggling with your mental health, or if you know somebody who's in need, there's always help. You can call the Suicide Prevention Hotline by dialing 988. That will connect you to a local call center to talk to somebody. You can also text that number and be connected to a trained counselor as well.
Today, 11 members of the New Haven Police Department are expected to be officially promoted. This is video of a different promotion ceremony here from over the last summer. Today's ceremony is happening at 4 this afternoon at the Yale University Art Gallery on Chapel Street. Concerns over public safety in Hamden bringing together local, state, and federal officials. They all addressed some of the issues that people are most concerned about. Last night's discussion primarily focused on solutions to many of the issues of public safety, from safer roads to addressing violent crime. The town says in 2022 it saw a slight uptick in property crime, but violent crime was down. Hamden officials said it's added patrols to certain areas, but the police department is still dealing with a staffing shortage. It's supposed to have 103 officers, but currently the department only has 76 active officers. As far as next steps, the town says it will take any ideas and figure out how to implement them.
At the state capitol today, education committee members are expected to meet at the legislative office building at 10 a.m. And among the issues they're expected to talk about includes a series of policy recommendations for schools and educators. Also, two proposed bills are expected to be drafted, including Senate Bill 1, which is called an Act Concerning Transparency in Education. That's to bring equal and comprehensive access to education and academic opportunities for all children. And there's a House bill that would make revisions on how public education is funded. Both bills are sponsored by Democrats. Also happening today, Connecticut's 2023 Kid Governor is set to officially take office. Ellie Mendez's inauguration will kick off at 10 o'clock at the Old State House this morning. Mendez ran on a platform of bringing awareness to anxiety and depression in children. She'll be the state's 8th Kid Governor. Ms. Mendez is a 5th grader at Monroe Elementary.
Congratulations to her. All happening today in Middletown, the police department is hosting a blood drive in partnership with Connecticut Blood Center. It's starting at 8 o'clock this morning, and it's going to go until 4:30 this afternoon. Donors should go to the police department's community room on Main Street, and they recommend you make an appointment ahead of time, but they are also taking walk-ins as well. Now, before you donate, make sure to bring your ID with you, and also make sure you eat a good breakfast and drink plenty of fluids before you go to donate. The Connecticut Blood Center encourages anyone who can donate to please do so. January is National Blood Donor Month, and while all types of blood are needed, type O is what's really in demand right now. Happening today in Farmington, Yukon Health is working to help spread awareness about the importance of mammograms. They're calling on Latino women to help them in this effort. Health officials say Hispanic women tend to be diagnosed with breast cancer in more advanced stages because of a lack of screening or access to screenings. This morning at 10 o'clock, members with the hospital's Campeonas program are meeting at UConn Health, their outpatient pavilion.